Imagine you are driving down the highway and your car just feels like it has lost its edge, or you are seeing much fewer miles per gallon than you used to see on a full tank of gas. This kind of performance drop is often tied to the diagnostic trouble code P2A01, which means your downstream oxygen sensor on bank 1 is having a range or performance issue. This is a generic code that applies to all vehicles made since 1996, whether you are driving a Dodge, a Ford, a Chevy, or a Honda. Bank 1 refers to the side of the engine that has cylinder number 1, and sensor 2 is the one located after your catalytic converter. This sensor is basically a tiny chemistry lab inside a steel housing that measures how much oxygen is left in your exhaust. It uses a zirconium dioxide element and platinum electrodes to create a small amount of electricity. As the exhaust gases flow over the sensor, ambient air is pulled into a small chamber inside, and the difference in oxygen levels creates a voltage that the computer uses to see if the engine is running too lean or too rich. A healthy downstream sensor should stay fairly steady compared to the front sensor, which bounces around a lot. If that downstream signal goes out of its expected range for too long, the computer triggers the check engine light. This is considered a severe issue because it means your computer cannot properly monitor your emissions, which can lead to poor performance or even damage other parts. Common causes include a dead sensor, damaged wiring from the heat of the exhaust, engine misfires, or even an exhaust leak. You should always check for any technical service bulletins first, since there might be a known fix for your specific model. Start your physical inspection by looking at the wiring harnesses that run near the hot exhaust pipes or sharp heat shields, as these often get burnt or frayed. You can use a digital volt-ohmmeter to check the resistance of the sensor and verify that it is getting a good ground. If the engine is running efficiently, you should see the sensor data fluctuating very slowly on a scan tool. If the signal is stuck or moving erratically, you might have a bad sensor or a vacuum leak. Be careful with cheap replacement catalytic converters, as they often lead to repeated sensor codes. If you find yourself struggling to reach the sensor, or if you suspect a deeper engine misfire is causing the problem, it is best to consult with a professional who can test the entire exhaust stream. Getting this sensor working properly will restore your engine's power and keep your exhaust clean.